What's going on, guys? I am Switters. Welcome back to the channel, and I have been awoken today to sounds and noise and fury coming from every corner of the internet, it seems, about Advanced Warfare 2 actually being a real thing. A couple of years ago, I made an April Fool's video about this. Didn't think it would actually ever happen, and by the way, still not convinced. So this is the first leak that you're seeing here. This comes from Ralph's Valve over on Twitter. And we're going to go through the article. All the appropriate links will be listed down below in the description, by the way. And sorry if my voice sounds funny here, like it's not warmed up, because it's not. I literally just woke up and I'm seeing all of this. Like, I thought it was a joke, something was happening. Exo Zombies 2 is coming. Advanced Warfare 2 is coming back. It's confirmed. Exo, you know, all over the place. So I had to read through these articles quickly and kind of, you know, put the pot of coffee on and see what's what. So we're going to go through this, but let me just, before we even go through the article, as you can see here, we're going to go over to whatifgaming.com. Again, links down below. But then shortly after that, Charlie Intel, who is plugged into the Call of Duty scene very well, you guys have probably all heard about Charlie Intel. Take everything you're seeing here today from, not just from me, but from these articles we're reading, from other YouTubers, from all these people, take it with a grain of salt, okay? A huge, huge, fat grain of salt, okay? Lots of rumors overnight. Be careful what you believe. And then over at Insider Gaming, they picked up on what Ralph from Ralph's Valve here had started, and then they put their own article together. Sledgehammer Games is developing Advanced Warfare 2, it's claimed. Tom Henderson, who is the known leaker, he's a very trustworthy leaker for Call of Duty, and as well as many other games as well. This is his website, Insider Gaming. He just launched this website a week or two ago. But this is Tom Henderson's website. It's included in the article that we weren't, he says we wasn't able to, but I'll fix his grammar here. It's included in the article that we weren't able to verify the rumors and place this under our rumor section, quote unquote rumor section. Seeing people say we've corroborated it, we have not. So again, this is not 100%. So everything you're hearing today, all the people flipping out saying, hey, it's absolutely coming, this is 100% real, you do not have confirmation of that. It's just somebody saying it. Not saying they're wrong, but this is 100% not confirmed, okay? And also, well, let's get into it right here, okay? So again, the link to this article is down below. As we edge further toward the launch of Modern Warfare 2, the introduction to Call of Duty 2.0, some questions remain unanswered for the future of Call of Duty. Sledgehammer Games aims to strip away from the World War shooters and instead return to the battlegrounds of the future, ushering back in an era of advanced warfare on the now unified IW 9.0 engine, which is the newest. I think it's basically the engine that pretty much all Call of Duty games run on now. It's from Infinity Ward, but it's the same engine that's powering, much like Vanguard felt like Modern Warfare 2019 in very, very many ways. It's because it's on the same engine. Leading up to the release of Call of Duty Vanguard, Sledgehammer's narrative team originally had the desire to further explore their world and make several sequels evolving Vanguard's cast of characters. However, with Vanguard falling short of expectations, Sledgehammer was brought back at square one, tasked with pitching a new idea and trusted with having something conceptually ready for executives to give the go-ahead. So they have meetings coming up. Hey, okay, well, Vanguard was a disaster. What have you got coming up next? Well, this is what we're working on here, Activision. And again, you try to plan for these things going into the future. You know, it's not just usually one game that you're looking at. I mean, it's the reason why we're all going into Black Ops 6, technically, I think, in a couple of years here. You're trying to plan the future, what you were just working on, what you did just put out. You know, speaking of Sledgehammer being with Vanguard, that got slammed. Nobody liked it. Worst selling Call of Duty in many years. Well, probably not a Vanguard 2. We probably don't want to go back to World War II. We probably don't want to continue the unsuccess. I don't think that's a real word, but of Vanguard. So what are we going to do? Well, what do you got in your pocket? You know, and apparently I don't know if they panicked. I don't know. Again, this is all just rumor. I don't know if they just literally like, Steve, what do you have? I don't know. I thought we were doing this for 5 years. Frank, Sally, what do you guys have? Well, I don't know. I don't like World War II though. Like, future stuff is fun, right? Didn't we do a future game a few years back? Like, yeah. Did people love it? No. I mean, it was fun, but let's do that. There's my little reenactment of what may have happened at a Sledgehammer board meeting. Anyway, Sledgehammer brought back to the table the topic of advanced warfare, a departure from the contemporary success of boots on the ground combat, back to a more fast-paced sci-fi shooter focused back on advanced warfare's frenzied sense of movement. Now, this is something that this was the first thing that really raised my flag this morning, as a red flag this morning, I should say, for me. The frenzied movement aspect. Well, let's just finish this paragraph here. Given the reception Infinite Warfare received back in 2016, it might make some franchise fans skeptical. Now, okay, so you guys remember, just a quick refresher as far as the advanced movement games go. First, it was Advanced Warfare, okay? They were the first ones out of the gate with the advanced movement. And then came Black Ops 3, and then came Infinite Warfare. Now I'm just gonna be talking here about the multiplayer aspect, not zombies or campaign stuff. Okay, the movement in Exo Zombies was you had that double jump, right? It was very kind of herky jerky. It was just like you're on the ground and then jump, and then boom, you zipped kind of up in the air. Whereas when we got to BO3, it was a much smoother linear curve, like how you could jump. That would progress. You would jump, you hit the jump button to jump once, and then you kind of again tap, and you kind of gliding up into the air, and then kind of floating, and then of course we had the wall running and all that kind of stuff. And then Advanced Warfare was that it was just double jump, boom, like everything happened really fast, and you could boost forward, boost sideways, everything was again why I'm saying herky jerky movement. It was very kind of hectic and crazy, and just like everybody's flying all over the goddamn place. Now, a lot of people have fun, including myself, by the way. I started playing Call of Duty during Advanced Warfare. I've gone back and played many of the older games for campaigns, multiplayer, and zombies since then. But Advanced Warfare was the game I basically started my Call of Duty career on. And I do find it fun, and I, have gone back and played it, not too recently, I guess, at this point, but it's a multiplayer I will absolutely drop back into from time to time, just for, the laughs and having a little bit of a good time. Now, as they did weapons very strangely, but we're not going to have supply drops and all that kind of stuff, and if they handle variants in any way the same way, I don't think that's something to get into now. We're talking about the actual game, not what they might do inside of the game, but a full year of that coming up again, I don't know. And when they're talking about the frenzied sense of movement right here, I don't know that they will do that. Like, let's say they are doing Advanced Warfare 2. I don't think they would stick to that same movement style, because it was just so rough and it was so crazy. And then when BO3 came out, people were like, oh yeah, this is great. This is how you do it. And I still think BO3 is one of the best Call of Duties of all time. It had the best weapon balancing ever. Every gun in that game was viable. So I don't think they would stick to the strict double jumping, boosting, all that kind of stuff. I think it would be more progressive, like Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare. Well, I don't think it will be like that. I think it should be like that. Will it be? I don't know. Again, these are all rumors, okay? So, again, huge grains of salt here. Huge grains of salt. Between the three mainline developers, they seem to have developed and separated into their own niches with setting. As Warzone continues to age, so do strategies for bringing on fresh experiences to the playground, which could include their own futuristic twist on the Battle Royale formula. They could be working on their own Battle Royale. I don't know, man. And again, you can see it's slated, quote-unquote, slated for release in 2025, which would be a year after the next Black Ops game comes out. So again, next year we're getting nothing brand new. I think we're getting something, but I don't think we're getting anything. We're not getting anything brand new. Like we're not getting Treyarch's game next year. Also, that there's this that they threw in kind of at the end here. They're also working on their own Battle Royale, like their own Warzone. With Sledgehammer taking over and doing Caldera, nobody liked Caldera. I mean, not nobody, but you know what I mean. Like overall, it was not a success, especially consider when you compare it to Verdansk, with either the IW one or the Treyarch version of it. Caldera was not a success in those terms. So I don't know. I think we're moving. I think what we'll see going forward is a more as far as I think what's going to happen with Zombies as well. But I think Warzone is going to become its own studio. Zombies is going to become its own place. They're going to be like a dedicated teams focused on doing just that. No longer will it be IW's version of it, and then Treyarch's version of it, and then Sledgehammer's version of it. A lot of people remember Sledgehammer came out with AW. It was a hit. It was a big hit, but then it didn't have the staying power as a lot of people, had thought it might. Then they do World War II, which upon release was not well received because it wasn't good upon release. It was about 6 months into the game, and all of a sudden, when Michael Condrey and the other co-head of the studio, I can't remember the name, left, and everything got better, a lot better, as a matter of fact. But a lot of people were calling for Sledgehammer to be removed from the rotation of like the kind of the big three and not having them as a main developer anymore. They would just fall back into the support, kind of like a Beanox and you guys ever look at the credits of a Call of Duty game? There's a million studios. Like, oh, that's a studio too. Oh, that's one too. Oh, that's one too. Raven handles a lot of the Warzone stuff, like all that. And then that was after World War II, and then we come up with Vanguard. Again, they dip back into the World War II era. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, Zombies was a disaster. That's not their fault per se, but Activision didn't like what they were doing enough that they took it away from Sledgehammer and gave it to Treyarch 5 months before the game came out, while Treyarch was still in the middle of their own game. So the level of trust there can't be very strong. Plus, we're still expecting the Microsoft merger to go through with Activision Blizzard next summer time, around then anyway. A lot of people talking about, a lot of rumors going around, blah 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 over the summer. The EU they're questioning the merger and the buyout and blah blah. I know it's typical stuff, guys. It's typical stuff. All business, kind of business as usual. Doesn't mean it will happen. Doesn't mean it won't happen. But it's not anything special that there's questions going on as far as that goes. But anyway, I don't know. I would say I'm super skeptical about Advanced Warfare 2. I don't know if I'd be happy to see it. Well, it depends on what they did with it, really. I got to be honest with you, because again, I think Advanced Warfare was fun. But a full year of that kind of herky-jerky movement again, like, nah. Definitely don't want the variants the way they used to be, with the Obsidian Steed and the HBR Insanity and Speakeasy and all that kind of stuff. It was just, I don't know. Anyways, just some of my initial thoughts here, guys, when I saw this, when I woke up this morning. You guys let me know what you think. Again, links will be down below to these articles. I know you get excited when you hear these kinds of things. Take a big step back. Take a breather. These are rumors. These are definitely just rumors. For now, I'm taking it as these are just rumors. All right, I'll catch you later.